I just want to start this video out by saying there are people in need. And if you believe in this country, you support this country, then I want you to know you can support an American citizen for $1.64 a day. With $1.64 a day, you can provide not a goddamn thing. What the hell y'all talking about, Congress? Here's $600. What I tell you last time. Here's $600. Pay your light bill, bitch. Buy some groceries. That's exactly what you just gave us. 365 days divided by $500, $600 divided by 365 is, guess what? $1.64, because I'm being generous and rounding that tenth of a penny up, a day. Bitch, that ain't even a whole gallon. That's a half a gallon or 2 gallons of gas. No, it ain't a 1 gallon of gas every 3 to 4 days. That is a 4 for 4. So, but if you got a family of 4, somebody getting the fries, somebody getting the burger, somebody getting the nuggets, and somebody getting the drink. Ain't nobody doing shit with that. I'm sorry. And I'm not going to, let me put the knife hand out. I'm not going to sit there and say that it's not appreciated, because it is appreciated. But realistically, $1.64 a day, I mean, I don't understand it. And what is it? Oh my God. So all this got stopped because of an internet law, or I'm sorry, law section 230 for the Decency Act, or whatever it is. Look up 230 Stimulus Decency Act or something. Basically what it is some jack-a-crack decided to drop a bill into the stimulus package that Schumacher and whatever his name is disagreed on. And the bottom line is that you're sitting there and you're choking the public out. Pelosi and the rest of them are playing games with your livelihood, with your lives, with your mental sanity, with your mental stability, as if enough of us ain't crazy, batshit crazy already from COVID. I'm just putting it out there that you put a bill that should have nothing to do with this, not a goddamn thing, in this to put brakes on it. I'm confused. See, for those who don't know, Bill 230 was already said by the Supreme Court that it's unconstitutional because it infringes upon your right to free speech. They've already said that. Look it up. It happened in 1997. So when you look at all that, you got to wonder, why the hell are we having this? Because what they want to do, pray tell, is sit there and say what and who is responsible for the content that's posted, i.e. idiots like myself on YouTube who want to say how we fucking feel because we have freedom of speech. Believe that. So, Mark Zuckerberg and everybody are against this shit because what basically it says is that they are responsible for what they post. But that's what they wanted to say. What it truly says is that internet providers and are not responsible for the content that is provided, the content that is posted. So hate speech, all these other things, and they can pick and choose. Now here's where it gets funky. That actually leaves YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, that leaves them to be the judge of what's hate speech and what's not. So that in itself infringes upon your freedom of speech. This is why this law is bullshit, because it has nothing to do with the stimulus package. This law was created back in the 1930s. The 1930s. They messed with it back in the 90s. Now they're using it as a fucking Jersey wall again to stop you from getting a stimulus package. And for those you don't know, they were talking about 2,000. Now they're talking about, now it went to 6. And Trump signed it because Trump didn't agree with it. Well, you got to admit, you can see why he didn't agree with it, considering all the freaking verbal bashing he's been taking on all the internet sites that do multimedia and everything like that. He's been taking it, social media. He's been taking it across the board. But the point is that it's our right. It's a constitutional right. See, the problem is, if you want to be a cook, you got to be in the kitchen. And if you want to be in the kitchen, you got to take some heat. And the heat, American president, is the people. The heat, Congress, is the people. You don't want us to say certain things about you. Even in our grandiose state of Virginia, Lord Northam has put in some type of law that says that you can't say anything negative about a politician. I still haven't found it all the way, but let me back up. The same way that his gun laws are vague is the same way that Bill 230 is vague. And the Supreme Court said that. The wording is very vague. It's not specific. So why the hell and how the hell it has anything to do? I'm going back over it to let you guys know they told you again to suck a dick. And that's how they did it with Bill 230. It's the stupidest thing I've ever seen, but it goes to show how Washington, D.C. needs an enema. Enema. Because they full of shit. And that, my friend, is the bottom line. And you can't argue with it anymore. Until we as people, until we as Americans, until we as conscious citizens demand better, we won't get better. And they're hoping you're stupid and ignorant. They're hoping people like me don't say anything. They're hoping people like all the other content providers that are putting the politics out there that want a better nation don't put it out there. See, I still don't understand why other nations are getting money during the stimulus bill when it's needed by American citizens. I don't. And when you break down $1.64 a day, it's like $1.63.8. 0.423565. It basically is nothing. It doesn't give you any hope. It doesn't give you any way to stand off starvation. It doesn't give you any way to sit there and go, okay, we're going to be all right for like 1 or 2 months. It doesn't. And stress kills. And COVID has been one of the biggest stresses we've had. And for our politicians to say, and now let me stop myself, there is a chance that it could hyperinflate, or what's the word I'm looking for? Not hyper, but it could falsely inflate the economy, making it look like the economy is doing better than what it is. But guess what? This is the same monopoly money we've been playing with since the Bush administration. So who gives a damn? Until y'all want to fix the manufacturing issue, until you want to fix the cost of living where people can afford to live in a house, or not even a house, an apartment. Apartment rent is $1,200 for a 1 to 2 bedroom. Not let alone, let's not discuss the cost of childcare. And a lot of this is all based upon other markets that trickle over into the other, i.e. insurance, i.e. what else could affect you so drastically? I don't know. Let's see, property taxes. I don't know. This whole credit scam. Let's just keep rolling the dice until you get it right. No. How about somebody up there get together with somebody else that's up there in Congress and y'all make a decision that's going to make America better for generations to come. Stop playing games with Social Security. Stop screwing people out of their money that paid into Social Security. Then tell them that, oh yeah, by the way, even though you were a good, productive citizen for all these goddamn years, if you keep working, we're not going to give you the money that you pumped into Social Security. Yeah, we know you put $1 million into it. We know. But if you work and make over this much, and we know you have a degree, we know you have a master's, we know you're worth $38 an hour because this is your specialty, we're going to tax that ass and take your money away. But That's my money. I asked you to hold it. I didn't tell you just do what the fuck you wanted with it. I paid into a system so that I would have something to fall back on in my later years, in my retirement years, in my golden years. So my kids wouldn't watch me struggle. So my kids wouldn't be stressed out when grandpa and grandma can't afford to pay the light bill. See, I'm on a little bit of a tear today, but you see how it all just comes together with this stimulus? They fucking with your money. I wonder, the same way Congress ridiculed, was it the big three or whatever it was during the first crisis we had, or you want to call it financial crisis, when they had to bail out the auto industry and they ridiculed the auto industry for flying. Your company's broke, but you flew in. And then the next time they had a hearing, those executives drove in. Congress, did y'all fly in? Or did y'all drive in on American tax dollars? Did you take the metro? I'm just curious. I just want to know what you did, because some of y'all have been there that long. Hell, 90% of y'all have been there that long. We can stop kidding ourselves. The point is that we need Sally Struthers to come out and maybe pitch this bill to Congress that for $5 a day, that's $2,000. That's a ballpark of the $2,000, $365 broken up. For $5 a day, Congress can sponsor some U.S. citizens. Maybe if we get Sally Struthers involved, maybe we have some people show how their families are struggling, how their bills ain't paid, and she walks around the neighborhoods and shows how everybody's trying to find work but can't. Maybe they'll listen to her, because so many people donated. Don't y'all cash some checks. Deuces.